It's Pokemon News of the Week with your host, Bob. Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon News of the Week. Here are tonight's headlines. We get to see finally some of the Shiny Treasure EX Super Art Rares. There's also a new ichibankuji out in Japan, and a Slizzlepede chair. All that and more in Pokemon News of the Week. So welcome back to Pokemon News of the Week. My name is Bob, and here are tonight's headlines. And this week there wasn't a ton of news, but there were some big things that we actually need to touch on. And we're going to start off today with the big news of what is coming next week, Shiny Treasure EX. And guys, we're only 5 days away now. We are so close to that set coming out, and I can almost taste the super rares and the super art rares. It is going to be absolute fire. But we got a couple of announcements of a few new cards that are going to be coming out in that set, because we still haven't got like a big leak of a lot of those cards. So I'm going to show you some of them up here, and we're going to take a quick look together. So first off, we have a Jigglypuff Shiny. This shiny card looks quite nice, and it looks adorable. There's also a Wigglytuff Shiny. This looks quite nice as well. But what's interesting is there is also a Wigglytuff Super Shiny Rare. Interesting. I was not expecting there to be a shiny and a super shiny variant for this, or for any of them. So what that makes me think is things like the Pidgey or Pidgeot, or for example the Gardevoir, maybe they are also going to have a shiny, just like a standard shiny card. So this set is getting bigger and bigger every day that we look at stuff. There is also a shiny Murkrow. This looks nice and cool, nice and purpley. There is also a shiny Flamigo. Flamigo is always cool, but this is kind of cool. And that's basically it on the shinies. But we did get a few other cards. For example, there is, like I just said, the super shiny or the super shiny rare Wigglytuff. That looks kind of cool. There is also a Toedscruel. This looks pretty dark and menacing. And there is also a Pidgeot. The Toedscruel and the Pidgeot got announced just during our last news segment. So I couldn't talk about them last time, but they're here now. So those are those two. And then for kind of bigger news, like some of the amazing stuff, because this week was just fantastic for kind of big surprises. Firstly, we got to see the first super art rare trainer. This is the Arven super art rare trainer. This card looks beautiful, and I love Arven, and I love even like the Mabosstiff at the bottom. It's just so cool, and it just makes me have so much hope for other trainers. For example, Nemona. Please, please let there be a super art rare Nemona. She has not got enough love at all. Anyway, this was one super art rare. There was also an art rare announcement for Pawmi. And Pawmi looks adorable. I love this scene. Art rares in these sets are amazing, and I think that they're going all out with Shiny Treasure EX. So this looks super, super cool. There is also, was it Palafin? Yes. There is a Palafin rare, and this looks extremely menacing. Just the Palafin kind of like looking like this in the background, as well as like kind of the Finizen behind it, kind of swimming. It feels kind of dark. Like there's something interesting to this, and something that draws you in. So those were two of the art rares that we got. Two of the super art rares. Firstly, we finally got to see the Charizard super art rare, and this looks unbelievably pretty. Now that we can actually see it in more detail, and I will be clear, this is completely new art. This is not the same as what came out in Obsidian Flames. This is so cool, and the Shiny Charizard is great. I actually have one of the Shiny Charizards up there from the Shiny Star V, so that's up on the top shelf up in the corner over there. But anyway, this is beautiful, and I think a lot of people are going to be chasing this. But my favourite announcement, and now it has become my chase card, is the Gardevoir Super Art Rare. This is beautiful. I nearly almost said this is Sparta. This is beautiful. Absolutely, I need this for my collection. Not only does the Gardevoir look extremely elegant, look at that Wooper. Look at its little face. Oh, this is beautiful. And the cool thing is, we have only seen 4 of these cards. There was also that leaked Mew that we saw before on Twitter, and this gives me hope that that is also going to be in there too. This is just so exciting. I cannot wait. It's just amazing. So 5 days to go, and basically there's going to be spoilers galore kind of in the next couple of days. So just keep looking on Twitter if you want to see them. I will try to post whatever I can onto the channel. But remember, Friday we have a full unboxing coming. So stay tuned, because from that day and that day afterwards, there is going to be a lot of Shiny Treasure EX stuff coming. Stay tuned. But on a similar topic related to Shiny Treasure EX, the Paldean Fates, which is the English equivalent or the Western equivalent to that set, has some news about some hyper rares. And these hyper rares, there's going to be 6 in total, and I don't even think I could put an image up here, but there's going to be 6 in total that are going to have this kind of new raised texture to them. And a lot of people right now are speculating, what does that mean? Because we have seen in the past some cards that have had textures on them. For example, some of the cards from the Japanese Scarlet and Violet, they have like a kind of interesting texture. But some people are also speculating, a bit like One Piece cards, because I also collect One Piece cards, they're going to have like a textured kind of rim or outline to them. So this could be what they mean, this kind of style. I'm going to guess it's a little bit similar to some of the metallic cards that have come out in English, where they have a much stronger texture to them. Because I'm guessing a lot of English cards are flat. So like raised texture kind of makes me wonder and I'm extremely curious. But we're going to find out probably in January when that set releases, unless Shiny Treasure EX is going to be the beginning to have those 6 cards in it. Because as you know, Shiny Treasure EX and Paldean Fates, they're basically just the Japanese English equivalents. So I'm really hoping that we actually get to see some of those in this set. It's just, God, there's so much stuff coming, it's unbelievable. But anyway, that was interesting news. And we also saw in news this week that there is a release of a brand new ichibankuji, which is a kind of lottery for prizes and products in Japan for Pokemon. And this looks so cool. The title of it is the Hidamari Life Kuji, and this is the 2023 version. It looks so sweet, so soft, and a lot of the stuff in here is amazing. So I'm going to go through each prize, kind of explain what they are, and then kind of explain how you could get them. So firstly, there is the A prize. It is a Pikachu in a hammock teddy bear. This looks so cute, and the problem is A prizes, there's typically 1 or 2, so once they're gone, they're kind of gone from one round of that lottery. So there's that. Secondly, there is a Pikachu in a lantern, and the lantern does turn on. This looks super cool too, so if you get the A prize or the B prize, I think it's entirely a win completely. There is also the C prize, which is a multi-purpose bag. This looks kind of cool. I don't know the size on it. It probably said something here in the picture. Maybe I'll put the dimension clearly at the bottom here. But anyway, this is the C prize. The D prize is a cushion with the 3 Scarlet and Violet starters on it. So we have the Fuecoco, the Quaxly, and also the Sprigatito. This looks very, very cool. And yeah, I think even just the cushion is nice. We also have the E prize, which is a Pokeball plate. I think there were 2 variants, so you can pick which one you want. There is also the F, which is a fork, spoon, and bowl set. And again, 2 variants, there's a pink and there's a blue. And then also there is the G prize, which is some picnic goodies. This one I wasn't too sure about what exactly it is, but I think it's like a little pouch with some kind of things inside of it. But anyway, that's the G prize. And the H prize, like the lowest tier prize, is a hand towel. And there's 1 of 6. I like the Snorlax one. They all look amazing. But anyway, even if you tried and you got the worst prize, you could get one of these at the bare minimum. But the cool thing about the ichibankuji system is they often have something called a last one prize. And what that means is if you are the last person to get the last ticket, you also get an additional kind of bonus prize. So what that does is it encourages people to go and buy, if there's like 8 tickets left, they'll buy all 8 to get whatever's remaining and that one final thing. The last prize for this is an Eevee equivalent of that hammock Pikachu. And this looks so cute. I think a lot of people are just going to buy it up for that. They did have a Zelda one previously where it had like a broken Master Sword, and I so badly wanted that, and they sold out like within an hour. So I'm guessing that they may not be in stock. A lot of them may have sold out, but the easiest way to find these is to go into bookshops in Japan, or to go into electronic stores, or to go into game stores. Basically, a lot of places will still have this, and probably convenience stores. So just keep an eye out if you're in Japan traveling. You know, if this was a real news studio, you wouldn't get interrupted by your doorbell ringing. But anyway, on to more news. So, a small but interesting bit of news, 7-Eleven actually has teamed up with Pokemon to have a small kind of campaign. If you buy 2 little jellies, so these are little jelly products for energy or for dieting, if you get 2 of them, you get the choice of 1 of 4 files. So there are 4 different files up here, and they look pretty cool. If they have them, great. If they don't, it's kind of unfortunate. But it's nice that some places are having little events like this. So yeah, if I hear of any more of this, I'll let you know. But this is 7-Eleven in Japan right now. Check it out. And then my final piece of news is about a Slizzlepede chair. Yes, that's right, a Slizzlepede chair. Now, for those of you that may not remember, Slizzlepede is a Pokemon. It evolves into Centiskorch. And it's a Pokemon that most people probably don't care so much about. It's one that the Pokemon Company really pushed a lot in the Sword and Shield era. But they've released this kind of cool folding chair. And in Japan, a lot of rooms, people don't have like raised sofas. They sit on the kind of floor because it's like tatami based, or because it's just how Japan is and has been for a long time. But this is for when you're sitting at a kotatsu, like a heated table. This looks so cool, and I think it is adorable. I don't personally have any space for it, so even if I did buy it, I wouldn't be able to use it. But I wanted to show you guys this because it looks so funky and so cool. The problem is, it's a bit pricey. It's 15,000 yen, or just under 15,000 yen. So that's about $100 plus-ish. But anyway, this is kind of cool news. I thought this was interesting, so I hope you think this is interesting too. And my card of the week this week was a little bit tough to decide because I didn't know what card to do. So this week I am going to do the Gyarados card, which came out in the X and Y 7 set way back in 2015. The reason why I'm looking down is because I actually do have that card here. I was going through some of my cards earlier and I was thinking, what would be a good card for the card of the week? And this boy came up, and I'm going to put it down for now, but the picture, if you can see, it's so cool. Just the Gyarados being caught by the fisherman, or like the Gyarados attacking the fisherman. It's dynamic, and it's kind of one of the earlier art rares, I think, from like kind of those sets to now. They weren't called art rares then, this is just a standard rare. But the interesting thing too, this card's jumped up in value quite a bit. I think the resale, like if you're going to Kaitori shops to kind of sell it off to them, it's about 7,000 yen, which is a fair bit. So yeah, anyway, this is my card of the week. But that's basically it for Pokemon news this week. There wasn't so much, but it was still cool and interesting. And I am so excited for this Friday because there is going to be so many cool cards. I just hope I don't pull the same terrible card 4 times in a row, like the Tapu Kokeko, because that really did traumatize me a little bit. So stay tuned, and I will see you all very soon for more Pokemon news of the week. And probably I should just make a quick note, next week it's highly likely there's going to be no news because I'm going to be busy filming stuff and going to Tokyo for business trips. I'm very busy. So if I can, I'll try to. If not, I apologize. But there'll be more news coming after that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.